Hi, welcome to Aviation. This video is a quick preview of our course on the Dirty Dozen in Aviation. You can use this video as a preview for our course on Dirty Dozen in Aviation. And if it resonates with you, you can directly enroll for the course by visiting the link given in the description box. And if you are interested in a customized discounts and to know more about our corporate training programs, you can directly email us or reach us through WhatsApp or contact us directly through our phone number. Both the email IDs and the phone numbers are mentioned on the screen. I hope you will like this preview. Enjoy your preview.
Welcome to our training program, Dirty Dozen Masterclass, Human Factors in Action for Aviation Professionals. This section lays the groundwork for the Dirty Dozen. We begin with the background of the Dirty Dozen a little bit. Afterward, we will explain each of the 12 factors one by one, showcasing real-life scenarios and examples to improve your understanding of the Dirty Dozen. So, it will have 12 topics, each one connected. Each one is essential. Let's begin with the Dirty Dozen and build from there. Before we get into the Dirty Dozen itself, I want to take a moment to show you something. Because these are not textbook examples. These are real incidents, real mistakes that happened in real aviation operations, just like the ones you're part of every day. Take a look at this slide. Hydraulic oil was put into the engines instead of engine oil. Two different fluids, one critical mistake, and an aircraft that should never have been released for service. A passenger was injured because the cabin seat was left unlocked after maintenance. The work was done. The job was signed off, but one final check was missed. And someone paid the price for it. The wingtips of two aircraft collided during pushback on the ground before the flight even began. A moment of inattention, a lack of coordination, and two aircraft were grounded. A safety cone was ingested into an aircraft engine during a ground run, a cone that should have been removed. That wasn't. And the consequences were immediate and costly. An aircraft turned back after the wrong engine was balanced during maintenance. The task was carried out just on the wrong engine, a simple but serious error that sent the aircraft back before it even reached its destination. Now look at the right side. A pre-flight engineer forgot to remove safety plugs from the aircraft. Plugs that are specifically designed to be removed before flight. Forgotten. In a routine process that had been carried out hundreds of times before. An engineer forgot to remove the nose landing gear lock pin, causing a turn back, another removal task, another missed step. Another aircraft had to turn around mid-flight. A panel seal was installed incorrectly during maintenance, causing low cabin pressure, not missing, not broken, just installed the wrong way. And the result was felt by every single person on board. And a routine inspection overlooked the cockpit oxygen bottle pressure check. Routine. The word itself tells us the danger. When something becomes routine, it becomes invisible, and that is exactly when it gets missed. Now, what do every single one of these incidents have in common? Not one of them was caused by a faulty aircraft. Not one was a mechanical failure beyond anyone's control. Every single one of them was preventable, and that is the entire point of what we are about to explore. The Dirty Dozen. 12 human factor conditions that silently show up in maintenance operations every single day, and that, when left unrecognized, turn routine tasks into serious incidents. By the time we finish this section, you will not only be able to name all 12, you will be able to spot them in your own workplace, in your own team, and yes, in yourself, because awareness is always the first step to prevention. So, what exactly is the Dirty Dozen? The term was first introduced by Gordon Dupont in 1993 while working for Transport Canada. He identified 12 specific human factor conditions that consistently contribute to errors in aviation maintenance. 12 conditions that, when present and unrecognized, quietly increase the risk of something going wrong. We call them the Dirty Dozen, and we are going to briefly introduce all 12 right now. Each one will be explored in full detail in the sessions that follow, but I want you to start thinking about them from this moment. We are confident that you will already be able to recognize at least one of them in your own workplace. Number 1. Lack of communication. When information is not passed on clearly. Number 2. Complacency. It creeps in when a task becomes too familiar. Number 3. Lack of knowledge. Performing a task without the correct training, understanding, or up-to-date information is a risk that no amount of good intention can overcome. Number 4. Distraction. The moment our concentration is broken by a phone, a conversation, a noise, or a thought, the task in hand becomes vulnerable. Number 5. Lack of teamwork. When people don't support one another or work in silos. Number 6. Fatigue. A tired mind makes poor decisions. Number 7. Lack of resources. The right tools, the right equipment, the right manuals, the right staffing levels. When any of these are missing, the people doing the job are set up to struggle. Number 8. Pressure. The pressure to get an aircraft back in service is real, and it is felt by everyone on the maintenance team. Number 9. Lack of assertiveness. How many times has someone noticed something was wrong, but said nothing? Lack of assertiveness means staying silent. Number 10. Stress. Stress affects our ability to think clearly, process information accurately, and make sound decisions. Number 11. Lack of awareness. Situational awareness, knowing what is happening around you, what has already been done, and what still needs to happen, is critical in maintenance. Number 12. Norms. Norms are the unwritten rules. The shortcuts, the workarounds, the "this is just how we do it here" habits that develop over time. 12 conditions, 12 opportunities for error, and 12 areas where, with the right knowledge and the right culture, we can make aviation safer. We will be exploring each one of these in detail throughout the coming sessions. But for now, I want you to hold on to one thought. The Dirty Dozen are not someone else's problem. They are present in every workplace, every team, and every individual, including us. Recognizing that is not a weakness, it is the beginning of wisdom. Let's begin with the very first of the Dirty Dozen, and arguably one of the most common causes of error in aviation maintenance: lack of communication. Look at the screen. a maintenance engineer standing in the hangar, clipboard in hand, and notice what is going through his mind. I believe the first shift team already completed tasks 3 to 7. They must have just forgotten to sign it off. That single thought, that one assumption, is one of the most dangerous things that can happen in an aircraft hangar. Because here is the reality. He doesn't know those tasks were completed. He believes they were. He is assuming. And in aviation maintenance, an assumption is not a fact. What if tasks 3 to 7 were not completed? What if the first shift ran out of time or was pulled to another job and genuinely did not finish the work? Now the second shift carries on from where they think the first shift left off, and critical maintenance steps are missed entirely. The aircraft gets signed off, it goes back into service, and nobody knows that something important was never actually done. This is how communication failures become safety events, not through malice, not through incompetence, but through a simple human tendency to fill in the gaps with assumptions instead of verified facts. Now look at the two rules on the left side of this slide. They are simple, they are clear, and if followed consistently, they would prevent a significant proportion of communication-related incidents in aviation. Rule 1. Never assume anything. If a task is not confirmed, signed off, and communicated clearly, it is not done. Full stop. Do not assume. Do not guess. Verify. Rule 2. Always communicate with the relevant people. Before you begin a task, during the task, and when handing over to the next shift, talk to the people who need to know. A proper handover is not a luxury. It is a safety-critical responsibility. Shift handovers are one of the highest risk moments in any maintenance operation. Information gets lost, context disappears, tasks fall between the gaps, and the next team picks up the job with an incomplete picture, sometimes without even knowing it. The solution is not complicated, it is discipline, it is culture. It is the simple commitment to say, let me confirm that before I carry on. Communication is not just about talking, it is about making sure the right information reaches the right person at the right time in a way that is clearly understood. Because in aviation, what is left unsaid can be just as dangerous as what goes wrong.